Chapter 50 Born to Last. The 100 lifespan peach tree is for the virtuous, and since the disciples of the Game Heaven Pavilion don't care, then all of us have a chance. Why does it have to be his Guhais? His cloud beast swarm is powerful, so what? There are more of us than there are people. He's also going to destroy the 100 longevity peach tree. He doesn't deserve it. Senior brothers and sisters, let's all make a move to break through his big formation. Not bad. Avenge my senior brother and break his big formation. Whoever snatches it, it's theirs. Kill. Kill. A shout came from the four directions steeply, and the tens of thousands of cloud beasts in the peripheral flying suddenly roared up, and together, they charged towards the cloud mist grand formation. Roar, roar, roar. 10,000 beasts roared in unison, their voices rushing to the heavens, more than 10 times more ferocious than the great battle a few days ago. The rolling cloud beasts roared and impacted towards the cloud mist grand formation. Kill. Within the cloud mist grand formation, 10,000 troops roared in unison, killing auras shooting out in all directions. Boom. 10,000 beasts rushed and charged into the cloud mist grand formation. The sound of booming and killing immediately came from within. On the periphery, the cultivators who were still watching could not sit still at this moment, and they immediately rushed up, and more cultivators rushed into the great formation, killing each other. Kill, 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 roar, rumble. The violent battle, killing the sky big formation, tumbling more than, nay the outside world, could not see the inside of the big formation, could only hear the violence from the sound of the internal battle. Thousands of armies, tens of thousands of cloud beasts, the two parties were in the midst of a momentary tragic exchange. The ninth prince's eyes narrowed slightly as he stared at the battlefield high in the sky. Ninth prince, the sky battle is quite violent or, with so many cloud beasts, will they immediately overwhelm ancient sea's grand formation and seize the 100 longevity peach tree? Yes, ninth prince, what if the 100 longevity peach tree is injured? A crowd of black-robed men burst with anxiety. Inform down, wait for my order. When some more outsiders rush in and stir up the battlefield, we'll enter immediately, the ninth prince said in a deep voice. Yes, another valley. Meng Tai led a group of One Piece Hall disciples and watched with cold eyes. Rudder Master, shall we charge? A one-rank Hall disciple said worriedly. Meng Tai's eyes narrowed slightly as he said, "This Guhai, we can't underestimate him anymore. The grand formation shouldn't be that easy to break through." But, no buts, we've already suffered a loss earlier. Can't we learn a lesson? This person, Guhai, has an extremely deep city. If he dares to set up a large formation, he must have a way to deal with it. All the Yipin Hall disciples follow me closely. Don't attack. Follow me to slowly find Guhai's weaknesses, Meng Tai said in a deep voice. Yes, the crowd of One Piece Hall disciples answered. The top of a mountain peak, holding a five-colored scepter in his hand, the Great Brightness King God quietly watched the ferocious battle high in the sky, with a group of sun-black-robed men standing behind him. Great Brightness King God, you have the eye of worldly wisdom that can pierce through the mist. I wonder what's going on within the battlefield. A solar black-robed man said curiously. What a subtle grand formation. It seems that this ancient sea does know how to mobilize the power of the heavens and earth in this realm. Heh. There's something interesting about it. The Great Brightness King God laughed lightly. What about New Wahoo? His empress was still safe. The sun black-robed man said eagerly. Unharmed. Empress Nuwa. This world is a bit too juvenile after all, the Great Brightness King God said indifferently. That's good, the group of sun black-robed men laughed. Carry the divine coffins here, the Great Brightness King God said in a deep voice. Yes. A crowd of black-robed people quickly carried the huge coffin, which landed right behind the Great Brightness King God. A crowd of black-robed men stood respectfully to the left and right, protecting the coffin in general. Oh, born without end, the Great Brightness King God looked high into the sky and steeply lit up in his eyes. In the middle of the cloud mist grand formation, boom, the two armies rose up in battle. A large number of cloud beasts surged in, immediately engaging the army in battle. The surging number of cloud beasts, ferocious and incomparable, charging straight at the crowd of generals. Their numbers were much more than the crowd of generals. However, the might of the military formation was ultimately much stronger than fighting alone. Kill, 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 kill. As each general roared in unison, the long swords in their hands continuously tore through the crowd of cloud beasts. Boom! A small soldier blew up with his horse, and the cloud beasts in the back desperately charged forward. Boom haw! An outsider's cloud beast exploded, and the outsider fell from a height of 10,000 feet. Each side suffered deaths and injuries, and amidst the desperate battle, the battlefield became more and more violent and ferocious. Guhai, Gao Xianzi, Chen Chongzhen, and Xiaoru, occupying the four great generals, stood at the innermost, overlooking the battle outside. Thousands of troops and horses were fighting the foreign enemy outside, and all four of them had icy cold gazes. Charge, charge, Guhai's troops are getting fewer and fewer. Quick, charge over, Guhai's troops are dwindling. He doesn't have as many men as us, charge over. Quick, 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 Guhai is losing. Quick. The more they fought, the redder the eyes of the outsiders became, because the outsiders had seen their victory in general. They were about to win, although Guhai's army wasn't retreating. But their numbers were getting smaller and smaller. That was enough. The crowd was charging towards the center, and they were getting closer and closer to the 100 longevity peach tree. More and more people fell down from mid-air. Fortunately, there was someone below who was dedicated to following them. The rain of people landed and did not die, making the hesitant cultivators behind them more and more free of worries, and they went forward. Quickly charge, Ancient Sea's 1,000 armies have already spelled out a large portion of them, and will soon be rushing to the forefront. Hurry! Among the excited shouts of the cultivators outside, charge with me! The ninth prince suddenly rushed in with a large number of powerful cloud beasts. The cloud beasts behind the ninth prince were the most powerful in general, as if they were an army of the most powerful vitality, destroying everything and breaking through like a bamboo. As soon as they entered, they instantly decimated nearly 100 generals and rushed straight in the direction of the Ancient Sea. Guhai, ha 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 ha, 1,000 armies. How does it taste when you also taste our 1,000 armies? The ninth Duke unnerved a hydra and laughed as he rushed at the front. Charge me, we're about to chop into the Ancient Sea. The ninth Duke roared. Roar, a crowd of cloud beasts roared. Gao Xianzi, Chen Chongzhen, and Xiaoru all looked towards Guhai with worry, because this army of the ninth Duke was too fierce. Invincible all the way, it seemed like it would be able to behead in front of them in just a short while. And the three of them had already felt that fishy wind of the nine-headed serpent attacking them in general. Looking at the fiercest rushing Nine Duke, Guhai revealed a cold smile and said, Nine Duke, don't you know that the greater the hope, the greater the disappointment? The face of the ninth Duke, who rushed at the front, sank. As a disciple of the Yichun Pavilion, and having been in this realm for many years, you actually don't even have the same understanding of the rules of heaven and earth in this realm as an outsider like me. Heh, Guhai sneered. HMPH, demonic words, your army. It's about to be wiped out. Let's see me swallow you up. What else do you have to say? The ninth Duke glared. Roar. The nine-headed serpent opened its mouth and roared, and instantly, each of its 8 heads swallowed a soldier horse cloud beast. The thousands of soldiers and horses were indeed getting fewer and fewer at the moment, not 1 in 10. And the cloud beasts outside were getting more and more ferocious. Instead of being afraid, Guhai revealed a cold smile and said, The 28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal formation. Is it beyond your comprehension? So what if I have fewer pieces, As long as the heavenly Tao in this realm is infinite, so are my pieces. Endless, endless, rumble. Steeply, the great formation that was shattered by the impact of the cloud beasts from the outside world suddenly shuddered. And in the midst of the shuddering, the clouds steeply surged up, and in the midst of the surging clouds, the clouds surged up. Phew, phew. The sound of a horse neighing came out from the cloud mist, and then, in the incredible gazes of countless cultivators, those soldiers and horses that had been decapitated and burst open were reborn once again, and from within the cloud mist, they rushed out once again. Kill. Thousands of troops and horses, all recovered, back from the dead. They were born again. What? How is it possible? They're resurrected. No. Why can they be resurrected? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Countless outsiders were, at once, trapped in the center of 1,000 armies. The fiercer they rushed earlier, the more dangerous they were at the moment. Because earlier, there was only an army in front of them. Now, there were reborn armies on all sides. Everyone was surrounded in an instant. There is no enemy with me. Kill. Roar. The armies of soldiers and horses roared in unison, roaring and violently strangling. Rumble. The battle became more and more tragic, and the cultivators, who were red-eyed just a moment ago, were all scared silly at this moment in a flash. No, no. How could this happen? Quickly go, oh. Let me out, crap, oh. A series of miserable screams came out, and immediately, one cloud beast after another exploded apart, and a large number of outsiders discarded their golden pieces and fell down. A sky full of people rained down, a scene that caused those in the outside world who were still hesitant to change their faces, furiously. What's happening? What? Wasn't the voice to be head Guhai coming from inside earlier? Why are they all falling down? It's even faster than earlier. What's happening inside? Countless cloud beasts in the outside world hesitated, and the cultivators at the head of the cloud beasts all changed their faces furiously. Boom! The ninth prince led a group of subordinates and fled out. A group of cloud beasts all suffered heavy losses, and the nine-headed serpent was once again decapitated by 3 heads. The defeat was disastrous to the extreme. Born to last. How can it be born to last? The ninth prince escaped with an ugly face. A moment ago, he was winning, but in the blink of an eye, the attackers and defenders were in different positions. Outside, Meng Tai's eyelids fluttered furiously. What's happening? What? Quickly, go and grab a fallen cultivator to find out what happened inside. Yes, a group of One Piece Hall disciples answered. Who are you? Outside, the cloud beasts were flying, but at this moment, tens of thousands of cloud beasts, but they didn't dare to take a step beyond the thunder pool in general. Within that cloud mist formation, it was a death Jedi. It was true that many people had escaped, but, likewise, there were also people who hadn't escaped, and were torn apart by the ferocious aura of the battle. Inside, everyone looked at the cloud mist grand formation with ugly faces. The sensational battle came to an end here. Countless people were in a state of shock and uncertainty. Inside, Gao Xianzi, Chen Chongchen, and Xiaoru were all excited. And a mountain peak in the distance. The great brightness king god gripped his scepter in his hand, born to last. It's indeed starting to get interesting. Great brightness king god, you're saying that the thousands of armies in there have all been reborn. Wouldn't the ancient sea be invincible then? A sun-black-robed man said in surprise. Invincible? Not yet. 28 vertical and horizontal heaven and earth arrays. Interesting. It's been a while since I've encountered this kind of formation. You guys prepare the divine coffins to welcome new Wahoo. I'll come and break it. It's a pity about this Guhai. It's not that I want to kill you, it's that you're now involved with Queen Nuwa. Anyone involved with Queen Nuwa must die. The great brightness king god said in a cold voice. Who are you? The great brightness king god stepped and floated. Without the use of a cloud beast or any magical treasures, The great brightness King God slowly floated high into the sky, as if he was not restricted by this heaven and earth. A person, in front of 100 feet of cloud beasts, was incredibly small, but at this moment, just such a person slowly floated up, but it caused those who saw him to reveal shocking colors. He slowly floated up to the sky, slowly floated up to the place where the 28 vertical and horizontal heaven and earth grand formation was located. He wants to use the power of one person to break thousands of armies,